One Piece chapter 1084. This was an amazing chapter. Don't forget to subscribe if you missed my content. So at the beginning of the chapter, we see all these guards up in flames inside Pangea Castle at the Holy Land of Marigis. And we see who's behind this. Sabo, the Flame Emperor. And as he's finished with these guards, he meets Jewelry Body. Sabo like, what? Jewelry Body says, I think we're both after the same thing, so let's skip all the small talk. So as they're running through the corridor, they broke into the guards' quarters and stole the keys to the slaves' collars so they can free Kuma and the rest of the slaves inside Marigis. And Sabo says, man, I did hear about Kuma's son having a daughter. Body is like, man, I always try to keep tabs on Revolutionary Army activity. That's how I know you're trustworthy. I'll leave it to you guys to get Dad's body to safety. And as they're talking, they meet Karasu talking to them via Crow. Sabo tells them, mission complete. Deliver the keys and tell Morley to get Kuma and the others back to HQ as soon as they're free. What about you, Sabo? I'll be right behind you after I'm done here. Understood, be careful. What's your next move, Body? Sabo asks. I'm off to Egghead to see whether Vegapunk has a way to restore Dad's mind. And if he can't, it seems like they gonna have some problems. And as they're talking, they hear some guards. There they are. Sabo quickly grabs Baldy and jumps to the rooftop. That's weird. I could've swore I saw something. It feels like there are fewer guards than ever around here. We're too short-handed to cover a tower this big. Haven't you heard? You can blame you know what for that. What's that mean? They're all gone because they saw it. Saw what, the guard says. The legendary Phantom Room. You idiot, don't talk nonsense like that. And as Sabo hears him saying it. So what I think they're talking about is the empty throne room where nobody's supposed to sit on the throne, but we all know Imu does. And anybody that sees that gets disappeared. Sabo tells Baldy, Egghead's in the new world. We're heading in the opposite direction. Good luck on your voyage. It's a little odd to see a radical revolutionary acting so friendly. Well, we're both determined to save the same person. Yeah, look after my dad for me. So we get back to the empty throne room where the Gorosei are talking to King Cobra. The Gorosei say, King Cobra, ruler of Alabasta, what have you come to ask? Perhaps I should start from the beginning, Cobra says. As you are aware, the organization known as the World Government was founded 800 years ago when 20 different monarchs came together. Their families all probably moved to Marigis to live as one clan referred to as the Celestial Dragons. So Cobra giving Bill and us a history lesson so we all know what he's trying to say and ask them. The ones responsible for the creation of the world, and as such, they have ruled over their creation ever since. Internally, the 20 were considered equal, and to ensure that no individual dictator will rise up from among them, they installed the empty throne. Each of them placed a weapon around the throne to symbolize their vow to never to try to sit upon it. But we all know somebody sits on that throne. At the same time, new royal families were handpicked to rule the nations that the founders could no longer preside over. Those families are still in power to this day. So we got families like the Riku Kingdom of Dressrosa and such. In order to ensure the smooth transition, all references mentioned in the previous dynasty's reign were removed from each of the founders' respective home countries. With the sole exception of Alabasta, the monarch at the time was Queen Lily of House Nefertari. While her name was immortalized as one of the founding 20, she did not even want to become a celestial dragon, so she did not stay in Marigis. Instead, she was to return to Alabasta to continue her reign, which is why the Nefertari family has continued to act as sovereigns. So for some reason, Queen Lily of House Nefertari, when all this was done with the Celestial Dragons and they just divvied up the world amongst themselves, she did not want to live among them. This reason is still being kept from us, but like the Celestial Dragons are horrible people, so I'm guessing she didn't want to be a part of that. This also means that only 19 weapons were ever placed around the empty throne. It's all as you say, the Gorosei say. What exactly is your point? They're trying to figure out, man, how is this dude knows, man? So we can figure it out and eliminate him if necessary. I've scoured all of my kingdom's ancient texts, Cobra says, but as far as I can tell, all known accounts chronicling the period after the Void Century have one thing in common. Her name isn't even mentioned once. So it seems to me, man, somebody wiped her name or tried to wipe her name from history. It appears Queen Lily never made it back home to Alabasta, and the burden of ruling the country fell to her younger brother. Do you have any record of what became became of her, he asked. To be blunt, 800 years ago is a very long time. It is true that of the 20 families that Nefertari line did not move here, and we consider her traitors. I mean, they ain't gonna say that out loud, but that's what they were saying earlier. However, it was revealed that the queen returned back to her country after that decision. I'm sorry, but I'm afraid that the details about her motives and journey are lost to the annals of history. We simply do not know, or we're not gonna tell you, Cobra. That's basically what they saying in my head. In that case, Cobra says, already got another question planned, just in case they didn't want to answer. What is the meaning of D? Why do you ask? The Gorosei said. The truth is, a short letter penned by the queen has been passed down from one generation to the next. And as they're talking, we get outside of Pangea Castle. We got the Celestial Dragons led by the Celestial Dragon Charlos trying to capture Shirahoshi again, or they have captured Shirahoshi again. And as she's captured, Shirahoshi is telling everybody it hurts, someone help me. And basically all the nobles there, they don't want to do nothing. They basically just run away and pretend they don't even know nothing. We got Fukaboshi, her brothers, coming to the rescue, or trying to come to the rescue. Forgive us, Shirahoshi, we only looked away for a moment. Let's go home and never come back to this rotten place. And as the princes race towards Shirahoshi to save her, they're being attacked by Kuma. St. Charles is telling Kuma to go destroy the princes. It's like, he's like, man, who cares about them, man? They're just fish. I'm royalty. I'm a celestial dragon. And then we get Sai and Biosgard. Sai asks Biosgard, hey Biosgard, I can hit him, right? By all means, I'll take full responsibility. But a royal like you must show restraint, Prince Fukaboshi. And Fukaboshi is obviously mad that he can't save his sister. What's the difference, Biosgard? We can't just sit back and let him treat our little sister like that. Escape is easier for them, he tells them. They don't have a country to think about. They're pirates. And we got Leo the Tontadas. They hit Charlos with a double attack, named attacks. Tailhammer and Drill Dragon Nail. And Charlos is smashed again, utterly destroyed. And then as soon as that happens, we see Marley coming out of nowhere grabbing Kuma. Stop picking on Kuma. You don't have to listen to their orders anymore. Let's go home together. He disappears with Kuma. But as he's about to disappear, everyone sees this. They say that's Marley of the Revolutionaries. Basically, they get up out of there. And then we got the Celestial Dragon father saying, look how they massacred my boy. And I'm just happy to see it, man, because I don't like Charlos. Yeah, he never learns. He be trying to always kidnap people, man. He gets smashed and don't learn from it. And we're back in the throne room. Ibu comes out of nowhere, climbs up the throne, and sits on the empty throne. The Gorosei like, great Ibu, King Cobra is still present. And Cobra is like, what? Lily, Ibu says. And he sits on the empty throne. He like, man, I am the ruler, man. I'm the one controlling everything. I can sit here, I don't care who come up. And that's the end of the chapter. This was a crazy chapter. I didn't even expect Ibu to even show up or even say anything. Well, if you mess with the content, don't forget to subscribe. Fearless Joy out. Deuces till next time.